You are literally one shift away from the life you want. One little bitty shift. Now, I'm not saying to get there it's going to be easy, but it's just one little shift you have to have. And when I say the shift to the life you want, I don't even mean the one you think you want. I mean the one like your higher future self truly wants, because it knows what's capable of you. You see, a lot of times we think we know what we want, but we really don't, because we don't know the future. But there's a higher level, higher potential that we have within us that's beyond our imagination, but it's within all the things we fear. It's within all the things that make us uncomfortable. It's within all the things that aren't so easy in the beginning. One of the biggest lies and things that really piss me off on the internet, or when I'm anywhere and somebody's giving advice and they tell people like your gift or what you're meant to do is what you're good at. And I'm just like, that's the stupidest advice, because what you're good at is what you're able to do without, being uncomfortable, without having, you know what I mean? But all of our growth is within where we're not good, where we're like uncomfortable. And so what are you willing to do? What do you love so much within the uncomfortability? And so if you love something so much that you're willing to do it, even when you're not good at it, even when it's challenging, even when it's uncomfortable, that's exactly where you become the best version of yourself. That's your gift. Your gift isn't what you're good at. It's the opposite. It's what you're horrible at and you still want to do. Now, can you be good at it? Yes, but I'm saying, what are you willing to be uncomfortable with? That's what's going to allow you to become the best version of yourself. That's the shift. And it's a shift people don't talk about. And I don't know why. I think it's such an obvious thing. But people, like growing up, I used to ask, like, how am I supposed to figure out what I want to be when I grow up? They would say, Jamar, what are you good at? That's stupid advice. They should have told me, Jamar, what are you willing to be uncomfortable with? What do you love doing regardless? Like for me, like if y'all already subscribed to my channel, you'll see it. But if you haven't, my name is Jamar. I drop videos every single day on this channel, and I'm an inspirational speaker that travels the country. I literally speak every freaking day. I speak constantly. If I didn't love speaking, I wouldn't be able to keep up. I wouldn't be able to keep up the daily posts and speaking all across the country and doing all the sacrifice. I wouldn't be able to do it. Not to mention, I wouldn't be able to get to the point I am right now. What do I mean? I wouldn't be able to speak on this camera with this level of fluency, with this level of articulation, without the years of me speaking where I couldn't speak that well. Where I couldn't speak for more than 30 seconds without stumbling on my words. And for example, when I start this video, I have a pretty like standard idea of what I'm going to talk about. Like I have a, but I hope y'all know, I have no script. I'm really just talking. And so this is an ability I have. This is a skill that I've developed. Why? Not because I was just good at it. Because I was willing to put in the work with it. I was willing to play the long game. It takes a long time to get good at certain things. It takes a long things to go from good to great to certain things. And if you aren't willing to go through the uncomfortable stuff, if you aren't willing to struggle, if you aren't willing to do things when it's not popular, then how in the world is that your gift? How in the world is that going to lead you to where you're meant to go? So I want to debunk the fact that people say, do what you're good at. No. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful doing that. But people are saying, do what you're good at. No. What are you willing to be uncomfortable with? So that shift you have to take is, where are you going to be uncomfortable? Because, I don't just be uncomfortable for the sake of being uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to be, like, in a room that's too small and it's giving me claustrophobia or whatever. That's uncomfortable for no reason. But the uncomfortable that I need, because I know what I love, is every time they're introducing me on that stage, I get nervous. But if I'm nervous, that means there's an opportunity for me to get better and for me to grow. If you're not nervous, if it isn't challenging, if it isn't something that's kind of scaring you, then you already know you're going to do good, and you already know there's nothing to, you see what I mean? Like when you're lifting weights, if you're lifting 1 pound weights, you're not like, ooh, am I going to be able to lift this? No, you know you're going to be able to lift that. But when you lift them joints that you're not sure if, that's when you get bigger muscles. That's when you grow. You need to put yourself in situations where you can grow, but we have to be selective with the things that we can pick to be able to know where we're going to want it. And that's what we have to figure out. Now, how does that happen? We try a bunch of things out. I go in depth in this on my videos. That's actually my main expertise. I help people find their passion and go through the steps. If you ever want a particular video on that again, I've already done the video. Just let me know. But don't do things just because you're good at it. That's not how you get to the life you truly want. How you get there is going through the fear. And you have to figure out what you love so much that you're willing to go through the fear, the uncomfortability, the scariness, the unsureness, because that's what's going to allow you to become the best version of yourself. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video. Peace.